Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to react to some video that is called The Terrible Live Action Loud House Movies. Okay, I don't know what it's about, but it better be good. And I might put something in the background during my reactions in case that I get copyrighted or anything. Without wasting any more time, let's just get into this.
There are not one, but two live-action movies based on the animated Nickelodeon series, The Loud
Yeah,
House.
that's
A show
right.
that, as most of you probably know, I have a bit of a history with, a negative history with it. Yada yada yada, it ruined Nickelodeon, yada yada yada, it became another cash cow for them to milk alongside SpongeBob, yada yada
Well,
yada.
I mean, it is
Same
true.
old, same old. You've already heard this stuff a million times before. And as part of my ongoing quest to review everything relating to the Loud House, because I want money.
Man. So you did the Loud House in the Casa Grande video, but you haven't did the other videos? You know what? I'm just going to let this guy talk.
Looking at the two live-action movies, we have A Loud House Christmas from 2021 and A Really Haunted Loud House from earlier this year. Fun fact, when the Christmas movie was first released back in late 2021, I wanted to make a video on it at some point, but I never got around to making it. As a matter of fact,
The Loud House Christmas movie was trash. I absolutely hated it.
You know what? I might as well spoil y'all a little extra. I might as well also talk about the Halloween movie that came out a few months ago.
Well, I liked the Halloween movie way better.
Christmas video, but listen, honey, I am not waiting until October of 2024 to make a video on a very haunted Loud House.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I can't wait that long to make a video either.
Exactly what you would expect from live-action movies based on The Loud House. I have to question what was the thought process behind the making of these movies. Why were these movies made? Aside from the obvious answer, money. But whatever the case may be, we now have two live-action movies based on The Loud House. Yes, because the previous attempts at making a live-action movie based on
this movie has failed. I don't know why. It's just terrible.
How could we possibly forget about such a classic? Yo, on a side note, I just gotta bring up something. You guys remember a few years ago when they made a live-action movie based on Dora the Explorer? Like, what the was this all about?
What? Hey, I liked the Dora.
Dora the Explorer 19. I've seen like zero people talk about its existence.
Well, I liked the live-action Dora movie. Don't you dare talk trash about it.
The first thing that I will say is that I'm sorry, but the translation of Loud House into live action, it just does not work at all, and it feels extremely awkward. Now, this isn't me being like mad at like the actors and actresses and whatnot. It's not their fault, because I'm aware that these are like actual kids. Like Lincoln in this movie is played by an actual kid.
Oh, well, I kind of agree. I mean, no wonder that acting is fake.
It's just like the source material just doesn't work at all. A lot of the wacky like jokes that the original Loud House cartoon had, they just they don't translate well into live action. It just feels super off when you put them into live action. Like in the beginning of both movies, they show off like all the sisters interacting with Lincoln, and like it works in a cartoon, and yet it just feels awkward in live action. Just something feels really off about it when it's in live action.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, man. I kind of prefer the Loud House cartoon.
In live action, this doesn't feel right when it's in a live action environment. I don't know why Nickelodeon went out of the way to make 2 live action movies and a live action spin-off.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what the hell?
Yeah. So the Christmas movie revolves around Lincoln wanting to celebrate the perfect Christmas with his family. But unfortunately, his family all have different plans on Christmas Day. This includes Luann performing a comedy show at a retirement home, Luna going skiing with her girlfriend Sam, and the rest of the family going to Miami for Christmas.
Which is a psychopath thing to do.
Those plans and to save Christmas. Boy, you will never be Kirk Cameron. I'm sorry. I'm actually really surprised watching this by just how obsessive Lincoln is over the idea of having the perfect Christmas. Like, even as someone that doesn't like the original cartoon, I can acknowledge that this is like weirdly out of character for him. Maybe
yeah, I agree with you, man.
But I don't know. Something about this just, it feels off. Like, it just feels so out of character.
What Lincoln did in that movie is out of character.
Picking up an animal, the croco shark, or whatever was it called, Sharkadile, I don't know what it was called. And
yeah, me either. I don't remember.
Jobs at the mall, I don't okay. And filming a video where the Sharkadile eats the mannequin and pretending to be like, oh, this is in Miami, guys. It's crazy. This shark.
Yeah. The whole thing is just fake. I don't know why people made a big deal and think it was real. Are their brains turned off or something?
Like, Christmas is canceled and whatever. Around this time, Lincoln notices that, like,
hey, SpongeBob doing the floss.
Luann considers quitting comedy because of the retirement home show being canceled. Sam breaks up with Luna because of her not going to the skiing trip. And Lenny gets fired from her job because of a mannequin that Lincoln and Clyde stole in order to make the video. Near the end,
which is not a big deal.
And this tough guy, I don't remember his name, Rip something, I don't remember, okay? And it culminates with Lincoln admitting everything to the family. And so they end up celebrating Christmas Day, and it's like everything is back to normal, and they all live
which is a waste of a movie, a waste of time.
This movie is undeniably terrible, but at the same
time, I super agree. The worst movie that I ever watched, ever since Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
I don't even know how you could compare this to like other like famous bad Christmas movies, like Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas or Rhapsody Street Kids or whatever. Like, I don't even know if this is as bad as those. The only huge problem with this movie, aside from the awkward transition into live action, is Lincoln just being like kind of out of character. And this is from
super agree.
Like, I can acknowledge like something's just kind of off with how obsessive Lincoln is. It's like he's like a psychopath or something.
Yeah.
Girl's gonna grow up and become the next Patrick Bateman, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
He starts lecturing his sisters about Huey Lewis and the News or Phil Collins. So earlier this year,
man, this guy is making so much sense.
And dropped a live-action Loud House Halloween movie to no fanfare, even though it's clear that this was the real big movie event of 2023. Barbenheimer ain't when compared to a really haunted Loud House. I'm not gonna lie, there was a small part of me that wanted to make a video on this when it first came out, but I was unable to because number one, around the time that this movie came out, I was busy with other video ideas, and number two, the strikes were going on at the time this movie came out, and apparently it's not like a good recommended thing to talk about upcoming, recently released movies while the strikes were going on. Truth be told, I have no idea what would have happened, but I didn't want to take any risk, and I decided, this will end soon, eventually, and then I'll be able to talk about this thing. Lo and behold, both the writers and actors' strikes ended, and I was finally able to talk about this movie. I was finally allowed to talk about a really haunted loud house, the greatest movie of the year. So the plot
Well, I
of the
kind of
Haunted Loud House
agree.
is kind of like the reverse of A Loud House Christmas. In A Loud House Christmas, it's Lincoln that wants to continue the family holiday tradition while the sisters want to do something else. Whereas in this movie, the sisters want to continue the family holiday tradition while Lincoln wants to do something else. In this case, Lincoln and Clyde want to attend a Halloween party being held by Xander, who I have no idea if this character is in the cartoon or not. I have no idea if this is an
Well,
official
he's
character name for
definitely
this
not in
live
the
action version of
cartoon.
Loud House. If this
So,
character is like exclusive to the movie, I don't know. And I don't think it really matters. Xander over here is an influencer, because of course he is. And Lincoln
yeah.
wants to attend the Halloween party that he's having, much to the dismay of the sisters, who want him to be part of the Halloween celebration that they have at their house. The day before Halloween, the Loud kids go to the dentist for a checkup, where it turns out that they all have tons of cavities. There's a flashback scene where all of the kids are in the bathroom and the mom tells them to floss, and then there's a few seconds pause and then they all start flossing like the
Yike,
move.
literally,
And, yeah,
right?
that should tell you the quality of the humor in these movies. Legit, as soon as the mom said, "Don't forget to floss," I immediately knew what the they were gonna do. And lo and behold,
Really?
they end up doing the floss. This movie came out in 2023, by the way. If this came out in like 2020, then like sure, it would be cringy, but it would be understandable. But like, who still cares about the floss in 2023? I mean,
Yeah, I know, right?
Trying to be hip and like they end up being out of touch with what's popular nowadays. That's not really like a new thing for them. Legit, as
The floss kind of got boring. Wait, no, it kind of got annoying.
Phantom and Avatar: The Last Airbender. What the happened? Seriously. Oh yeah, remember, this is the show that everyone said was gonna save Nickelodeon when it first came out. This is what like everyone thought would be like the savior for Nickelodeon. Oh god, I will never forget that. That's like the most badly aged thing I've ever seen. Seriously, I've never seen a statement aged like milk this badly before. As a result of the cavities, the mom decides that instead of giving out candy on Halloween night, they are giving out toothbrushes instead.
Yeah, no reason for that.
The family gets a lot of ridicule for this. Meanwhile, Lincoln and Clyde are attending Xander's party, trying to follow a guide they found online on how to be cool at a party or whatever. It's just more stuff that shows how out of touch Nickelodeon is nowadays. Xander acknowledges that there's a house on the neighborhood that's giving away toothbrushes instead of candy. And so Lincoln suggests that they go over to like TP the house, not realizing that it's his own house. As they head over to the house and Lincoln sees that it's his own house, he tries to find a way to sabotage Xander from doing any serious damage to the house with the help of his sisters. Eventually,
Well, I thought that was kind of clever for Lincoln to do. Like, playing the double agent and all.
Giant pumpkin that Lisa is obsessed with, named Esmeralda, And near the end of the movie, Xander steals the pumpkin and takes it to like a junkyard, planning to like squash it or whatever. The pumpkin ends up being squashed, however, it ends up landing on Xander and not on any of the Loud kids. And so Lincoln finds out the true meaning of family or whatever, some like that, I don't know. And
yeah, it is some good character development. Not gonna lie.
About both of these movies, the actor that plays him is also the voice actor for him in the cartoon, and he is.
I didn't realize that.
He's the only thing that makes these movies kind of watchable. He carries these movies so hard, it's not even funny, and he most likely.
Oh wow!
As well.
I didn't realize that was the same voice actor.
From carrying these fucking movies and the live action shows seriously. But anyways, there's a B plot involving him where like he thinks he's become a werewolf or something like that. And then there's a bunch of these
Well, I think that is a pretty good character arc.
These are like original characters for this live action version, or if they're from the cartoon. And again, I don't think it matters. But basically, for Halloween, they're cryptid hunters, and so they find the dad, and they think like he's an actual werewolf. And eventually, it turns out that no, it's just him. It's just regular him. I don't know how to word this. Okay. And so the movie ends, and they all live happily ever after. The end. So there you have it, folks. The live action Loud House movies. We got a Christmas movie in 2021, and we got a Halloween movie in 2023. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I am very much looking forward to the inevitable Valentine's Day movie in 2025.
I don't think it's going to be a Valentine's Day movie.
The greatest trilogies in movie history, on par with the Star Wars original trilogy and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Being serious for a second, the Halloween movie is, I guess, better than the Christmas movie.
Yeah, I agree.
It felt more like a slog to sit through compared to the Christmas movie. Like, near the end of the Halloween movie, I was pausing, taking breaks, doing other stuff, because it was just like, it was a little too much for me. But overall, if I had to choose which movie to watch, I guess the Halloween movie is the best of the two movies.
Yeah, I super agree. The Halloween movie all the way.
The Christmas movie is like the moment it's
the
Halloween movie is just kind of mediocre at first, and then later on, like midway into it, is when it becomes I don't know. But beside that, these are, they're trash movies, okay? Listen, they're live action movies based on the Loud House. What the were you expecting, okay? It does make me question, though, how do these movies compare to the far more infamous live action movies based on Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Fairly Odd Parents? How does this compare to the live action Last Airbender?
Well, I'm not a fan of these live action movies.
Compared to the Last Airbender movie, well, admittedly, I have never seen The Last Airbender, but I can say.
Well, I seen it and it was trash.
It's based on a Nicktoon that's actually good. So, do what you will with that information regarding which one is better. Anyways, though, that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to like, and if you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing, as it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you all next time.
But Christmas just passed. Never mind. This video probably came out before this year. That was it, guys. So yeah, I kind of agree with him. He pulled up a good point, and that's all. Well, my name is Isaiah Belfort. You can call me Captain X. And let me know which video you want me to react next.